þreyttum taki við tignum sálum tónlist ljóma við dauða. Heilsi Freyja fríða, fólk dans og seiða, blessi hún líf og lystir leiði, mildi geði, gefi hún kippt og knæf, grástilli hjörtu þreyttum taki við tignum sálum tónlist ljóma við dauða. Heilsi Freyja fríða, fólk fangs gulls og seiða, blessi hún líf og lystir leiði, geði, gefi hún kippt og knæf, grástilli hjörtu þreyttum taki við tignum sálum tónlist ljóma við dauða. Heilsi Freyja fríða, fólk fangs gulls og seiða, blessi hún líf og mistir leiði, mildi geði, gefi hún kippt og knæf, grástilli hjörtu þreyttum taki við tignum sálum tónlist ljóma við dauða. Heilsi Freyja fríða, fólk fangs gulls og seiða, blessi hún líf og lystir leiði, mildi geði, gefi hún kippt og knæf, grástilli hjörtu þreyttum taki við tignum sálum tónlist ljóma við dauða. Heilsi Freyja fríða, fólk fangs gulls og seiða, blessi hún líf og lystir leiði, mildi geði, gefi hún kippt og knæf, grástilli hjörtu þreyttum taki við tignum sálum tónlist ljóma við dauða. Heilsi Freyja fríða, fólk.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to your Saturday morning Asatru Heathen Norse Pagan prayer service. My name is Reverend Ben Kowalski-Greg. I am a Gothi here with the Truth, and this is brought to you by the Truth, as you might imagine. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Assassin. Good morning to you, Broadtail Tavern. Good morning. First time here. Great. We are here for newcomers, always. All right. So, as people start to come in, I'll just let you know how we go about this little stream here, the way that we break it down. We start with education, we move into actual practice, and then we close with a Q&A session. Questions from the chat that anyone might have. I will do my best to answer questions that come up along the way, but I do understand we only have about a half an hour together, so I'll try and keep things moving along as quickly as I can so that we can do this together. Hello, is it an open service? Well, I don't see how I can stop you. So yes, this service is open to everybody. It is streamed on Twitch though, so it isn't like, as you can see if you look at your surroundings here, this is not a open public temple. It is actually my basement, so that's where I'm streaming from. So this service is open insofar as it is open to anyone watching it on any of these platforms, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever. but the space that I have available to do this in is my basement. So I would say, no, you are not. It is not open for you to wander into my basement. Good morning to all of you. I'm glad that you are here, virtually or otherwise. Wait, not otherwise. We'll just say virtually. Otherwise, you'd be in this basement. But anyway, let's get started with our education here. What is the first question people usually ask about Norse pagan prayer? Well, interestingly enough, the first question that people usually ask me about performing a Norse pagan prayer or doing a prayer themselves is, which way do I face? Which way do I orient myself to? Is there a special way? Typically, if you have an altar at home, right here, that's mine. If you have one, that's where you'd face. So you'd face towards that altar. If you don't have an altar, I'm not going to tell you to go out and get one, because you shouldn't have to spend money to practice this religion. I would just say there are two directions that are mentioned, and they are mentioned very briefly in the existing lore. There's the direction of east and the direction of north. Some people are said to have prayed to the east, some people are said to have prayed to the north. What I do is I synthesize the two, and I said, okay, if the sun is coming up, face east. If the sun is going down or has set, face north. So if it's morning, sun is coming up, or it's pre-dawn, right? Sun coming up, face east. Sun going down or has gone down and it's nighttime, face north. Those are the two directions, and I synthesize them together. So depending on what time of day it is, face east or face north. Good morning, good morning. Next, after we figure out which way we're going to face, we want to bless the space that we are about to pray in. Because, like I mentioned before, many of the spaces that we use for our religion are not, strictly speaking, religious spaces. You know this as well as I do. This room right here, as I previously said, is a basement most of the time. It's a workout room. It's got weights. It's got boxing gear. It's not a holy space all the time. This is an office some of the time. This is a place where my kid draws on the wall. This is a place that has dirty laundry in it. It is not always a holy space. So we want to make our spaces holy before we use them for our prayer. How do we do that? Well, some of us, especially those of us from the old school, you know what I'm talking about. Old school is they would do the hammer rite. This was done a lot at gatherings because it is kind of dramatic. So, you hold up a hammer, this is a fake hammer, but you would have a real hammer, and you would hold it, and you would, hold it to the north, and you'd say, "Hammer in the north, hail and hallow this holy stead. Hammer in the east, hail and hallow this holy stead. Hammer in the south, hammer in the west, hammer above, hammer below." You'd say that. Again, those of you who are old school have either done this before or have seen it done. Those of you who are new may have not seen that before. A little bit too high magic for me, a little too dramatic, especially for, a simple prayer done at 6 a.m. Be shouting like that, waking up my whole family. So the hammer rite's not going to work for me. And then there's another way that people have been doing it, is that they will take some kind of torch or candle or something like that, and they'll walk around an area. My little fake candle. They'll walk around an area, and they'll bless that area with that light source. They'll be chanting or singing or saying something while they're going around doing that. It doesn't work for me because I don't have that kind of space. My right hand right now is touching a desk. My left hand right now is touching a wall. I do not live on a palatial estate in rural Idaho. I do not have endless room in the woods to wander around and bring torches and candles and stuff. I don't have that. I live in the city. I'm sure that a lot of you guys maybe live in a city or an apartment or in a dorm room or something where you don't have a lot of room. So again, I am not going to ask you to go out and buy a palatial estate in rural Idaho just so you can practice heathenry on your 80, 120 plus acres of pristine woodlands. No. What we can do is something far more simple. For those of us who are just trying to do the day-to-day practice, I took a tip from our friends from the East. Now, of course, you don't have to go out and buy yourself a singing bowl or a bell. You don't have to go out and buy one of those, but the principle is the same. Whether you are ringing a singing bowl, dinging a singing bowl, ringing a bell, or don't want to wake everybody up, clapping your hands. So you would do that 3 times before you enter the space to pray. So it's ring a bell, ding a singing bowl or something like that, or simply clap your hands. Once again, I am not going to suggest that you go out and buy an altar, go out and buy some pristine woodland real estate in rural Idaho, or go out and buy even a bell or a singing bowl or anything like that. You can begin Asatru today simply by clapping your hands, and that's how we do it 3 times. We clap 3 times, and then we come to kneeling. So I am kneeling right now. I will go back to kneeling once we begin praying, and after blessing the space, I then bless myself by saying, bless my thoughts, bless my words, and bless my deeds. So into my forehead, into my throat, hands extended in front of me. So it makes sense to me to, if I've blessed the space, now I'm going to bless myself after entering the space. And I bow before entering the space. I should mention that before. So bow towards the altar or in the direction that we're facing. And then I come to kneeling and then the blessing of myself. And then we can actually begin the prayer proper. Next question, and probably the most common question that anyone gets about Norse pagan prayer, is what do you say? What are we supposed to say in Norse pagan prayer? What is the correct formula for Norse pagan prayer? First, I want to emphasize to you guys that prayer is not a magic spell. It is not a magic spell in that there is not some kind of correct way of doing it that is efficacious and then another way of doing it that is not. Prayer is a personal expression of devotion and a personal encounter with the divine. It is not a magic spell to get the gods to do your will or to petition the gods to do your will, and that there's a correct way of doing it. If you don't do it that correct way, the gods won't do what you want them to do. That is not what prayer is to me. Prayer is a encounter with the gods. It's an encounter with the divine. It is not me a magic spell or a binding contract or something like that with the gods whereby I am trying to get them to do something for me. No. So in terms of what we say, don't think of it as like, what if I don't say the right thing? Because there is no right thing. What I will say though, Vanata, good to see you again. Do not be sorry for being late. We're on pagan time here, you know. A wizard arrives precisely when he means to. That what we say. So, thank you for coming. One of the things that I want to say though is we do not have a complete and full heathen pagan prayer. Okay, there's nothing that exists in Norse literature that has been handed to us that says, yep, the the ancient Asatru, the ancient Norse pagans, the ancient heathens, they said this when they prayed. We don't have anything quite approaching that. We do, however, have a lot of poetry, which is great. Poetry is wonderful, and we can pull from that poetry things that we think might sound good as a prayer. One of those verses is two of those verses are from the Sigdrifamal, which I'm going to be doing. So the Sigdrifamal, there's two verses in there. The first one starts, "Hail day, hail sons of day," and then the second verse starts, "Hail the gods, hail the goddesses." If you know, you know, but don't worry, we are going to go through it together. I'm actually going to post the words up on the screen so that you can follow along at home if you want to. Have them here. Psycho Suma says, another heathen just in one of my prayers are just adoration. Yeah. Habit of praying with heads, with beads, sorry. With beads every morning recently. Not as a petition, but to honor the other. Yes, exactly. Precisely. Adoration, adoratio, devotion. Yes. So, after we speak those first two verses, we then have three verses, which are going to be for any gods or goddesses that any of you wonderful chatters in the chat today want to suggest to us. So if you say, hey, and I think I'm going to cap it at 5 because last time on Saturday night I was doing like, I don't know, a lot. It's hard to remember. So we're going to try and get a little roster of at most 5 deities. So if you guys have gods, goddesses, I suggest 1 per chatter, if you could please. But yes, if there's a god or goddess that you are particularly hoping for a verse for, I can try to make one up. Please understand my freestyling skills are not perfect, but god or goddess. And we'll also say this has been very enlightening for me in that it has shown me sort of the limits of my knowledge as a Gothar, because people will mention gods and goddesses to me and I'll be like, I've never heard of them, and they'll say, oh well, Snorri mentions them one time, says they're this on page like 100, you know. Stumping me stumping me is always fun. But if you have a god or goddess in mind, please pop at the chat and I will happily try and make a verse for them. Oh, itchy eye. Okay. So after doing those, after each of those verses, I prostrate. So it'll be first verse, then prostrate. That's full face down, hands down. Back up. Next verse, and we just keep going from there. So every verse is a prostration. So we do our hail the gods, hail the goddesses, hail day, hail sons of day verses. We do those. Those are prostrate. Then prostration comes after those, and then after each free verse, we prostrate as well. Great. Okay. After that, we will do a short meditation. What I like to do is, once again, since this whole thing is an encounter with the divine, it's an individual self, you at home, it's your encounter, your moment with the gods. What I try to do is meditate in that moment, hold that moment, and think to myself, how am I going to bring this moment out into the world after this encounter? And the way I think about it is, I think I am going to try to seek wisdom. I'm going to try to speak kindly and truthfully towards others. And I'm going to try to do good and healing deeds. In this way, I am bringing this encounter with the gods out into the world with me. That's how I think about it. After doing that short meditation, about 1 to 2 minutes, I'll stand up, bow twice more, and then we'll get to our Q&A. The whole process takes around 5 minutes. Pagan prayer is not a long process. So, do we have any requests for deities that we'd like to have a prayer for this morning? I see Hell. Happy to do it. Anyone else in the chat? If it's god or goddess, I don't know. I will let you know. Oh, it just might be Hell today. That's okay. I'll throw in Thor for good measure. Oh, we got another one for Loki. All right, darling, you got. That's your screen name. I'm not calling you darling, but I'm just naming your screen name. Darling, you've got Loki. RS King, you've got Freya. Absolutely. I see Freya. And I see Odin. Okay. All right. I will. Oh, I got another for Freya. And we got Suna. Okay. Oh, and bids are closed. No, okay. Okay, I'm going to try one more. I'm going to Boda. Okay. Oh, Kanata. You had to go. Okay. Now I got to. You got to make me think of what I'm going to say. Angar Boda. Because I haven't done Angar Boda before. Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations to you and your wife on your 2nd anniversary. That's wonderful. Wonderful to hear. I'm assuming you're the Freya. Okay, great. Yes, of course. So I've got Freya, Angrboda, Suna, and Odin, Hel, and Loki. Oh, quite the roster. I know I only said 5, but I'm gonna break my own rule. So I will do all of those. Please, no more from the chat because it's gonna be too much for me to remember. But thank you. And now, Renata, you have set up a moment where now I have to think to myself, what the heck am I gonna do for Angrboda? Because I don't know Angrboda that well. Oh, Renata, maybe you can provide something I can attach to here for Angrboda. Maybe some way you talk about Angrboda, or some way you feel about her. Either way, let's get started. Okay. Bless my thoughts, bless my words, bless my deeds. Hail day. Hail sons of day. Hail night and her daughter. Look upon us with kind eyes, as we who are patient find peace. Hail the gods. Hail the goddesses. Hail the ever-giving earth. Bless us with wisdom, kind words, and healing hands, lifelong. Hail Hel. Hail the gracious lady, hail the hostess of the dead and dearly departed. And may you bless and keep those in your care in comfort as we await our reunion with our beloved ancestors. Hail Loki. Hail to the loyal companion. Hail to the transformer. Hail Loki, may you bless and protect those of us who are on our own journeys of self-discovery. May you bless and protect those brave enough to be their truest selves. Hail Freya. Hail to the gracious lady. Hail to the gold bright. Freya, may you bless and protect all the innocent victims of war. Bless and protect the children. Bring them love, bring them joy, bring them peace. Hail Odin. Hail the Lord of Wisdom. Hail to the wise wanderer. Odin, may your wisdom guide us. Guide us in this world to speak truth. Guide us towards peace. Guide us towards a world of plenty for all. Hail Sunna. Hail to the sun. Hail to the warmth and the joy of the earth. Hail to you, Sunna, as you return here to the north, as you bring forth the greenery out of the ground, out of the trees. May all of us have our own renewal as well. Hail Angerboda. Hail to the wife of Loki. Hail to the mother of renewal. Angerboda, bless those of us who work hard each day for the sake of others to enjoy a new world, a world that we may not be a part of, but that we work for nonetheless, for the sake of those who come after us. All right, let's take a moment to meditate once again. Think about this as the encounter with the gods. What are we going to take from this? Seek wisdom, speak kindly and truthfully, and to do good and healing deeds. 1 to 2 minutes. All right, thanks everybody. Let's stand up, bow twice more, and then we'll get to our questions. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming to our morning prayer service. Do appreciate it very, very much. And if there are any questions, please feel free to enter them in the chat. I will do my best to answer. I know we are a little bit over time. I don't want to keep anybody for too long, but and oh, you are very welcome. Thank you for coming. I have done many of these with just to myself, so it is always nice to have company for these. So thank you. Again, we do this service for you guys. We've been doing this for almost a year now, so it's very nice to have folks to do this with. So thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind to hear. No, thank you so much, darling. What music do you have in the background before stream? Oh, it's just okay. It's AI generated stuff. It's basically what happened was I tried to get that license free, like there were apps and stuff that were telling me they would give me like license free music, and I could never get it to work because I felt like just having awkward silence before these services was, it's not great, not ideal. So I couldn't get either the licensed music or the unlicensed, whatever. So I took some of these like mantras that I've been working on, and I plugged them into an AI music generator, and I had them kind of turn my mantras into songs that I could play like as background music or as whatever, because I couldn't get the stupid free the stupid streaming music services to work. I couldn't get them to work, so I made up my own stuff. Oh, I'm glad that, oh dang, I'm glad this is helping your mental health. Yes, I'm grateful that we've been able to help with mental health. Yes, I have found that doing these services week after week has been beneficial for me too. It's good for all of us to have these moments, right, whenever we can, to reconnect ourselves to the gods. And also, in some ways, Norse paganism, also through heathenry, can be really lonely, right? It can be really lonely depending on where you live. Maybe you don't have a community near you. Maybe you've never met anyone like you. And to know that, yeah, you're not alone, number one. Number two, people care enough to do these services for you, right? Which we do. And that, in fact, there is space for you somewhere. It's good to know. Thank you for saying so. A goddess for the disabled. Well, how about that? Okay, Renata, I will include that next time if Angrboda is brought up. That is a very good thing to I think incorporate. I was thinking it more in terms of like people who work for a world that they know they're never going to see. Yeah, moments, spaces. Oh, thank you. Bliss. You say bliss. Oh, I don't know about bliss for me. I don't know if it's typically bliss, but no, I mean, I certainly feel a sense of inner peace, a sense of reconnection. Absolutely. Yes. Everyone feels something different during prayer. And I think that that's what makes prayer, including in our own religion, all over the world, that makes it such a unique human experience and a unique, thing for each of us. Each of us feels something different. So, yeah, it's a sense of inner peace, bliss. Goodness. Bliss is reserved for me for, like, I don't know, beating Melania Blade of Mikola for the second time. That's bliss. No. Kidding. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you, Renata. Yes, Renata, we look forward to providing that connection. very much. He's just shape-shifting. Huh. How about that? "12-hour shifts." Well, King, let me tell you, that is a long time to work, and I'm glad if this provides some kind of respite for you for that 12-hour shift. That is a lot of working. All right, folks. Thank you guys so much for coming to this service. We appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Again, we do these things regardless of whether or not people come, and I have done these in a room full of nobody, which is okay. Happens. But it is always more interesting and more fun, and we get more questions and more helpful, I think, when we have more people. So thank you again so much. Oh, thank you for the compliment on the prayer to Odin. Oh, hey, Balin. How are you? Thank you guys again so much for attending. We will be back again later tonight around 8:30 p.m. Central. We'll be doing another prayer. And of course, we will be back again next week at 6 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. Saturday. We also, if you're a member of the Troth, you do get an extra service on Sundays. So if you miss these on Saturday and you want like a private service, we do those for our members on Sundays.